Welcome to the show.
Here we are. Down.
Welcome to the show. This is
a little bit of everything.
We're not talking about that podcast. Episode 25. This is our 25th episode. So,
all right, quarter of a century.
We've been doing this less than a year.
That's it sounds like almost half a year, or maybe a little more, right?
I think we
skipped a couple of weeks.
When did we skipped some weeks? Yeah,
some weeks here and there.
Yeah,
you know, people have things. Bad religion today, and I'm really hoping this isn't going to take a really shitty turn into a really abysmal show, but it certainly has the ability to be doing that.
We've been doing heavy topics.
Yeah,
last week was not. Last week was clowns, but this week
it was kind of lackluster, to be honest with you. I think
Clowns was a bust. Clowns was a bust.
It's weird because nobody really likes clowns, but it's a little.
I expected more out of it. It just didn't happen.
I think I did too, but I don't. I'm not blaming anybody but myself because I think I just got into a groove of. Yeah, they're fucking weird people. This is why we're not fucking putting makeup on every day.
I felt the same way. I was like, what we can really kind of ball this all up into one statement. Like, they're really weird fucking people, and that's what we got going on. No.
Weird people. Sorry. Let's move on to Trump's an asshole.
So now we're going to talk about religion today. Should we ask how everybody's week was first before we get right into?
We were T-Bone and I again working at the site. You guys are frozen right now, so I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay.
There you are.
We can hear you.
Okay.
So just nod and smile when people freeze.
How was your week, Gabe? What'd you do?
I went to work. It was okay. It seemed like it went slowly, which is weird because most of the time it's fast. But I don't know. I was just sort of. Well, I went hiking yesterday on like a 5-mile hike, so I'm a little sore.
Where'd you hike?
Whittier.
Whittier.
Good hiking, by the way. Oh, Gordon. No, Gordon didn't freeze. He just
at least he froze like that.
Because he was sitting there.
I don't think he was frozen. I think he was just deep in thought.
He was thinking deeply.
Religion. Yeah. He's reading religion right now.
Well, no, I'm looking for something.
When we say we're talking about religion today, actually, I put in, at least in my slide deck, I concentrated more on Christianity. So,
and that's sort of where we're going, but things get infected. It's already an infection, and infections get worse, and that's where I think Gordon was bringing up some stuff, and that's where we're going to get into some of that too, because there's some crazy shit going on.
I got to tell you,
we ready to dive in?
Well, I've been doing a deep dive last couple of days in this stuff, and I'm a little sick to my stomach now. It's been rough, but
why is that?
Some of this shit's really fucking gnarly, dude, and we'll get into all that stuff. But
yeah.
Did you see any of the Watchmen
Frozen thing?
Shit
so.
that you watched?
I like it.
Yeah, I like
it. You froze up. That's
why you froze. So
okay.
When you see us nodding and smiling, it's you froze. That's like,
I said, did you see the Watchmen decree? You're like, yeah, I liked it.
Hey, honestly, I did like. You mean the TV series or the movie?
You're thinking about the Watchmen, the movie.
No, he's talking about the Watchmen decree, which is the crazy.
We're
going to talk about.
But
people,
if you go to the Watchmen, the TV show, that was great. It's right that. Fucking there.
I love the Watchmen TV show. It was excellent. Let me move the slideshow along. This was
get into the start of all this bad.
Well, okay.
I got some notes.
Let me just go really quickly. I just wanted to because we're going to talk about how scary religion is, but it's been scary for centuries.
Well, so this is cool because you're right, and you know what? I've been really I've been deep diving on the new shit, and this is how bad it's been, really, for a long time.
I mean, here
that's
we
where he's going to get into the start of the infection. That's what I was saying.
Well,
so
here's the thing: that Christianity in general has been kind of terrifying for a long time. I mean, here, let me just say the symbol of Christianity is a execution device. So like a cross, the cross is a It's for whatever you call it, crucifixion device. And crucifixion is like a Roman, basically torture till you die slowly fucking thing. So already you started wrong with that. And then on top of it,
you don't start with death.
No, well, things like the Spanish Inquisition. So it says here, I found this. The Spanish Inquisition was a judicial institution that lasted between 1478 and 1834. Dude, that's 300 something years. Its ostensible purpose was to combat heresy in Spain, but in practice, it resulted in consolidating power in the monarchy of the newly unified Spanish kingdom. Its brutal methods led to widespread death and suffering. So anyway, just
full circle here.
Dude,
yeah, it's
I just wanted to point out that this is what you're dealing with. Like,
well,
this is
from my notes, and really honestly, and here's how this relates to today's topic and the modern bullshit that is that. And this was a 2023 report from Southern Poverty Law Center. A growing Christian supremacist movement that labels its perceived enemies as demonic and enjoys close ties to major Republican figures is the greatest threat to democracy you've never heard of. So apparently it's still, even to this day, if you're not with it, then you got a demon.
You're against it.
Well, look at these people. This whole deal was the KKK, like racism, segregation, all of it was justified through Christianity. They basically said that this is, so I mean, that's really recent too. So it's like, and it's not
Fear
gone.
still wins. Fear always wins.
And it's not gone.
Yeah, we talked about that, T-Bone, for that. And yeah, there you go, the new Apostolic Reformation. I'm glad you got a slide up for this time.
Yeah, crazy. So this is this is what you were talking about, which is the so this is this new movement. I don't know how new it is. Do you? I didn't do.
I don't think it's brand new, but
I don't think it's brand new. I think exactly you're bringing up all the same pictures. It's just continuing through time, and this is just more relatable. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's in our time. So
well, let's see. This is
getting fat.
I mean, the new Apostolic Reformation, also called NAR, is a theological belief and movement that combines elements of Pentecostalism, evangelicalism, and the Seven Mountain Mandate, which I don't even know what that is. That sounds
here's what it is. Stop for 1 second, because the Seven Mountain Mandate is exactly this. Number 1, government. Number 2, media. Number 3, arts and entertainment. Number 4, business. Number 5, education. 6, religion. And 7, family. So that's the Seven Mountains.
Can you they're just trying bring to say that back one more time?
We need to take over all of that. And in order for us to take over.
Go back through the 7 again.
Did you miss it? Or did I freeze?
You did, but also, I mean, I would have needed you to say it again anyway.
Yeah, so number 1, government. Number 2, media. Number 3, arts and entertainment. Number 4, business. Number 5, education. Number 6, religion. Number 7, family.
Okay, we're talking about this being like totally, all these things being ruled by hardcore evangelical
This
Christian
is the belief they got to take care of. They got to take over these things, the Seven Mountains.
Okay, Seven Man Mandate. Okay, so it says Pentecostal event and the Seven Man Mandate to advocate for spiritual warfare to bring about Christian dominion over all aspects of society and end or weaken the separation of church and state, which is basically like, I may not love the framers of the Constitution, but that separation of church and state thing,
that was a good thing. That was a good thing. That was a good idea. Even back in the day, they knew that these fucking people can get out of hand, and this is what's happening right fucking now. And
so we're right here at the manifest, the sons of God, right here. We're creating God's army and civil separation, and we're basically in a cold civil war.
Yeah, I mean, here's the beliefs and practices of the NAR, apostolic governance.
Easy
so
for you to
apostles and prophets govern the church. So that just means the people who started this, because they're going to say that they're the prophets. I mean,
Right.
I could say I'm a fucking prophet too. Fuck you.
I thought you were actually. You're our prophet.
God no. Seven mountains mandate. We already knew about that. Spiritual warfare. Christians engaged in cosmic conflict against evil supernatural forces. Dude, these people are wacky. Manifest sons of God. God's end time supernatural army. Joel's army. What the hell's Joel's army?
Well, I got a buddy named Joel, but I didn't know he was starting an army.
That Joel's army, I know that.
Great transfer of wealth. Great transfer of wealth. Wealth of the nations will be transferred to God's people. Again, back to your God's people who started this. So yeah. I mean, fuck, yeah. God said he wanted me to have all your money. So send it.
And this report attacks a burgeoning anti-democratic and neo-fascist movement across America is devoted to New Apostolic Reformation, a new and powerful Christian supremacy movement that is attempting to transform culture and politics in the U.S. across the world into a grim authoritarianism. Christian dominionism means its parishioners believe it is their divine duty to seize control of every political and cultural institution in America, transforming them according to a fundamentalist interpretation of Scripture. The existence of modern-day apostles and prophets endowed by God with supernatural abilities.
Yeah, well, here's the signs and wonders. Christians called to do greater works than Jesus. So I don't know what the hell that means.
Dude, they're all supernatural now. I don't remember Jesus flying, so that's supernatural.
Yeah, you're going to have to fly. You also have to walk on lava because water's already been done.
Fucking laser eyes? Fuck yeah, dude. I'm talking about fucking bending steel with your hands. Yeah.
Listen, I walked across the water. They're like, no. It's not good enough.
It's not good enough, dude.
People did that already. I raised dead people. Nope. No.
Old hat.
That's
fucking old hat, dude.
I want to see you. I want to see you bigger.
I want to see Jetpack Jesus. I want to see Jetpack Jesus fly around, sprinkling gold dust all over the Apostolic fucking Reformation, and because they're his favorite now. And Jesus would be down for all this. He'd come back and say, "Shit, I'm gonna stay out of the way. You guys got it handled." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, here's one. Extra biblical revelation. So God reveals his will beyond the scripture. So these people
now we can interpret things.
Yeah, it's like, dude, make up your mind. All these people say things like, well, it's the word of God in the Bible, which it's not. It's some wacky people wrote the Bible. But now you're going to tell me, oh, also I can just make shit up. So basically...
That's one of those supernatural powers.
I think what he meant was, any extra money you got should just come to us, is what he was saying.
Hey, man, you got any extra money, it should come here.
Yeah, God wants me to have it.
You don't part it should come here anyway.
I had an extra biblical revelation that you should give me your money.
Hey, I'm supernatural now. Don't make me come over and laser eye your shit. I need that money. I need that money to grow the church.
Wasn't that sort of what the Mormons? That's
dude. This is very crazy. This is Mormon style crazy. Yeah.
Fivefold ministry. Well, that's just apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers. I don't know exactly.
They all have their tiers, right? I mean,
millennialism.
Oh, post-millennial. Christ returns after the kingdom is established on earth. What?
Well, so he needs that. He needs all these guys to get it together, because they've been told by God, you got to get this together, then Christ will come. But until then,
that's what I'm saying. Jesus is coming. Look busy.
Look busy.
Okay. That's it. I had a friend who used to tell me that all the time.
Well, that's terrible. That is. Well, I don't know. So what? So Gordon, you did the most research on this. What else?
Yeah, I mean, there's the Watchmen Creek again, which we can, dude. Yeah, I mean, this kind of drove me over into the Idaho thing, which was which gets really trippy, because Idaho is 93% white as it is, and very conservative, but apparently up there the government is getting taken over.
The local government.
The local government is getting taken over by
churches, right?
By churches.
People who are running the churches.
by these narwhal people.
So the article that I got in here was it was called "Living with Far Right Insurgency in Idaho," and a white nationalist named Vincent Fox has a new video for his nearly 70,000 subscribers on this place called BitChute, one of the places that hasn't banned him. He said in this video he said, "We're going to take over this state," Fox declared. "We have a great large group of people, and that group is growing. A true, actual right-wing takeover is happening right now in the state of Idaho, and there's nothing that these people can do about it. So if you're a legislator here, either get in line or get out of the way." That's what he said.
Oh, wow. Well, this is all part of this NAR thing, right? Is take over the government. That's
it
one
is.
Of those 7 mountains.
It's the same idea. There. And he says right here, the solution is local politics, assuming power in these pockets of the country until it's time to unify. Here he says he's not even from Idaho. He's from California. He says, "I've only been there a couple of months and I've tapped in the way I am. You can do it too."
So basically, these are just, again, like opportunists who don't actually believe what they're talking about, but they found a way to mobilize people to give them power, and they're basically going to be the apostles and the prophets, and everybody else is going to, like, they're going to let everybody else live like it's the fucking 10th century again, and they're going to collect all the good stuff, sort of like the Gilead in the Handmaid's Tale.
Right, but I'm skipping ahead now. Check this out though, because it gets really weird. Because the county that they're in, called Kootenai County, they have the KCRCC, the Kootenai County Republican. I had a Kootenai County Republican Conservative Coalition. No, these guys.
No.
Dude, they have a system of, they put together their own pre-ballot cards. So they have a committee that goes through and lets you know which Republicans you're going to vote for. So everybody in Idaho gets this pre-ballot. Like, this is
who you're going to vote for.
These people have all been vetted, and these are the ones that are on our thing.
Now, just to play devil's advocate a little bit, we all get a Democratic. If you're a Democrat, you get a Democratic. I forget what they call it, but it's like a poll book. These are the people, and these are the people that the state are voting for. These are the people that your Democratic National Convention's voting for. These are the people the firefighters are voting for.
Mm-hmm.
So they sort of sway you the same way. It's and like I said, just devil's advocate. That's a little far and extreme, but we're sort of given the same thing. Like
that's
a
what
push
makes
to vote
this,
like this.
That's what makes this possible, because people are so dumb and have no patience. So they everybody needs the stuff done for them. So now people just take advantage of that. Like, oh, well, you need me to tell you who to vote for? Well, let me tell you, because you already like me because I, said that
you're lazy. You don't want to do the reading. You don't want to do the work. If you're in line with this is who we're all voting for. So
yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the ways that this is that shit like this gets a foothold, Yeah. I mean,
it is. And it's got to be like we're saying is Idaho's like smaller little towns and communities, like Moscow's only got 20,000 people, but 10% of those people go to this church. You know what I mean? And
well, yeah,
you can grab more here. It's a bigger place. It's hard
insular,
to get. But I think more populous is sometimes a smarter route. I believe we're smarter people than someone who live out in the middle of
because you're
shit like this.
Because you're exposed to more stuff. I mean, hey, okay, I'm gonna be. This is gonna make people mad, but
again,
I work. I work in the Inland Empire. Okay, it's that California. It's not what you would call exactly. There's some smaller towns there. Maybe you could even call them smaller cities, but it's much different than, say, the metropolitan areas like Los Angeles, right? It's much more rural. The people are. I find that being there, the people are dumber, and
I think you're right.
Is it. And because I work with them. Sorry, God, if anybody listens to this,
they're listening to it.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, you're probably not one of the people I think are the dumb ones, but think about Think about it.
God, there's so much. There's so much. Hey, Gabe,
Sorry.
do you remember when they blew the shofar? Was a goat's horn, right? And they used to blow it. Now, what was it?
I think
Jewish.
what he's talking about is that when they blew. Wait, what? You said they blew up what now?
It was a shofar. It's a goat's horn, right? They turned it into a horn, for war or something like that. It was like a...
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
I think it was a Jewish thing, but they've taken over the shofar now. They're holding shofars up all over, fucking calling for war. Blow the shofar, fucking... And this is also Michael Flynn's... This is the other thing. He has a fucking road show, complete with snake oil salesmen and fucking things that they'll sell you to be, more Christian and heal your soul. He's got the...
Oh, is that the former General Flynn?
Yeah, dude. There.
Oh, wait.
T-Bone's got a shofar. I'm going to war.
No big deal.
God damn, that's awful.
I'm ready. I mean, they told me I needed this.
All you need is a horn
shofar?
and you
some
can go to
water.
war.
Bring some water because it's hot in the desert. Water. Yeah, Flynn's got
This is awful. I mean, this is like...
a Reawaken roadshow that recruits Army of God.
Well, that reminds me
look
because
into this shit because it's nuts,
dude.
I've been looking at. I dove deep into this. Mine was the this other Christ Church.
Well, I have a video
Christ
that
Church
you sent
in
me,
Moscow.
Gordon.
Did you? Do we have a video of the?
Yeah,
of
should I
the
show
mandate?
this video? I don't know who this is though. This is something you sent me this morning. Hold on, I'll bring it on because it looks terrifying. So hold on.
It is terrifying. Is this the decree where everybody's chanting?
I don't think it's a decree, but I think it's a preacher on stage, and he's like fucking losing his shit.
Yeah,
I think I sent because I lost it, and I think I sent it
tell
off.
me if you can hear this when I get it started.
I cannot. But
Oh wait, that's
is,
because he is bouncing around. Hold on.
he is.
Well,
This is at the road show.
it's a festival of MAGA.
Conspiracy theories.
They talk about QAnon things that these
QAnon thing.
Wait,
How many believe that President Donald J. Trump was, in fact, elected to become the President of the United States? How many believe that?
Boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Eric Trump!
oh my God.
Oh, then Eric comes out, pulls out the
Oh,
phone for
special
his
guest.
dad. Yeah. And his dad
Hold
comes
on,
over
let me
the
call
phone.
my dad.
Doing things that we're going to bring this country back because our country's never been in such bad shape as it is now.
Trump crony.
Roger Stone. Roger Stone.
Guilty of the crime of supporting President Donald Trump, loving him for 40 years for his friendship, and thinking that his greatest days of public service lie ahead.
Lie being the key word there.
Yeah, lie ahead. Another prophet.
How long until Trump's coming out healing
You will
people?
never see it coming what I'm about to do, and your enemies aren't going to see it either. I am bringing them
shit.
all down. So this very day, children of Almighty God, arise and take back your authority. Take back this nation.
Yipes. The angel of death will strike down prominent Democrats. This is what this lady thinks by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, now they're dancing to Sugar Hill. Rapper's Delight.
This is our side. The side of laughter. The side of dancing. The side that just wants everyone to be okay.
That is
What
the
the
whitest thing
hell?
I've ever seen.
This is a cult, dude.
This is.
It is.
They just don't even have to wear fucking sheets and hide anymore.
God, that was terrifying, man.
Dude, I don't know if this fucking
So this
thing...
is what you watch all weekend, G?
No, this is... No. Can you hear this? Can you guys hear this?
I can't. What are you playing? You playing the decree?
I am.
Oh, dude, I'll play you the decree.
Trying to play the
It
decree
scares the shit
video.
out of me. You got it up? Just put it on your phone and do this.
Yeah.
It's backwards.
Hang on.
We should listen to the decree. Now, this is NAR people, right?
Yeah.
This decree. This is the NAR people.
Let me see if I can get where the fuck this is. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Wait, it's over.
Oh, oops.
Look at all those podcasts. We got a lot on there,
we've
don't
done
we?
a lot of podcasts. Hold on. I
We've
got the
talked a
wrong
lot of
screen
shit.
now. Okay.
We've talked a lot of shit.
Back to Trump. Yeah, but this is scary, and people need to. You should be scared. If you're not scared of this, if you think this is the right direction to go, you're fucking wrong.
Or if you think all this shit's gonna fucking go away, I mean, that you're fucking nuts.
Well, and you just don't win because you got little sayings like that, and they're gonna come back and go, well, if loving the Lord is wrong, I don't want to be right.
I won't be right. I have that thing in here.
Oh, hold on. I could probably find it on my phone.
He helped Daniel in the lion's den.
Oh, my God.
In the Battle of Jericho.
Okay.
He helped Gilligan get off the island.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I see. And then he said this video. Apocalyptic. I can't say the word.
Post-apocalyptic.
No, I'm
No one's
having
gonna know
trouble
what the hell I'm
getting
talking
it.
about.
He said,
"What are you two doing?"
We're looking for
we're looking for something.
The thing.
The goddamn thing, man.
Hold on.
The fucking thing.
Oh, the Watchmen decree, right?
Yes.
Hold on.
Dude, that is creepy. I even showed my wife. She was like,
yeah, we gotta kind of like fucking do
Hold
this.
Hold on, I gotta get through this Benadryl commercial first.
Benadryl's pretty
Oh, this
good,
the video. Oh, hold on. It won't let me pull it up. Oh, well.
What do you mean?
It won't let me pull up the video.
You don't... Who wears the pants over there, hi? You pull that thing
phone
up.
does, I guess. Watchman decree. I'm so... Dude, I think we're being
Brandon at this part.
Dude, this is the they're using God to stop us.
Now it's on the one I got. It's on X. But do you have it, Gabe? Did you pull it up?
I mean, I'm looking for it. Hold on. It says the video.
Rookies.
Oh wait. I think it might be loading up. Okay.
There you go.
I attest my allegiance first and foremost to the kingdom of God and the Great Commission. Secondly, I agree to be a watchman over our nation.
A watchman over our nation.
For life, liberty, and the pursuit
No, that
of
sounds fine, all right, but
whereas we, the church, are God's governing body on the earth. Whereas we have been given legal power from heaven and now exercise our authority.
Legal power from
holy shit.
And spokespeople
Oh, you are.
Over the earth.
Now, if you put up that wheel, that slide you had a few minutes ago, you're going to hit every one of these things on that circle.
It is. Before constitutional.
Dude, this is spiritual warfare. This is what they're doing here. The manifest sons of God creating an army. Dude, how many husbands and wives got dragged along to church that weekend and they're like, whoa, what are we doing here? I'm not saying that.
I hope that people can hear this.
Here it's tinny, but you can hear it.
Oh my God, the yells. Yay! Oh my God.
Ain't over yet.
Never, ever, 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 ever.
Okay. I think we need to talk about this. There's a lot of talk in there. My impression is that they are really trying to put Christianity and the Constitution together. Because they're
absolutely.
They want it to be righteous. Like decisions by the judicial will be righteous,
are biblical, and biblical. Yeah,
and based on the Constitution. Which I hate to tell you guys this, but they kind of kept the whole biblical thing out of the Constitution because it was during the Reformation, and these guys were not necessarily that religious of people, not like you would think.
The separation of church and state, right? I mean,
that was a big deal. Right? They did not want listen, they had come from England, which the king is the head of the Church of England. I mean, since Henry VIII. So they didn't want to do that. They were like, this is a bad idea because then we won't have power. This is where I diverge from like it was some altruism. It wasn't. It was that they wanted to be more powerful than the church. Because they thought, well, we'll have a government and we're going to run it and we won't have to worry about somebody coming along and being like, oh, but what about God? You know?
So it should be, and they realize that, and this is where you and I probably disagree, but I think our forefathers are smart enough to know, like, hey, we got to have an unbiased decision for what's good for everybody, not just the church, not just the anti-church, and so I mean,
it can't be led. It can't be led by. It can't be led by religion. This has got to be just purely,
But still, somehow along the lines, we're all going to take sides, and then it's the Whigs and the
it's like fucking, hey, have your religion, just don't bring it here. Yeah,
but you could buy a Bible.
You could buy Trump's Bible for $109.99 on eBay right now.
So
it was originally $60.
So you were showing go to Motel 6 and say you just want to see the room and take one out of the drawer.
Go ahead and get yourself one of those.
You probably steal a Bible, you go to hell, though. I mean, according to that book you stole.
So I mean, we were talking about
Forest Gump, this guy,
the reawakening.
I just wanted to mention that all these problems that we're having, these problems with the Christianity movement and all this, I blame Forest Gump.
I did not watch it. Tell me. Go ahead.
Neither did I. I did a little study. So we've all watched Forest Gump multiple times, right?
And I've mentioned out of it what you get out of it. However,
I have mentioned over and over again how much I hate Forest Gump because it's horrible propaganda. Whether or not the movie maker meant to do it or not, Zemeckis, who made it, I don't know.
Who's a genius, by the way.
I don't know about that.
All right, so come on, give me your take on the fucking.
Well, let me read this. This is what I found. This explained it better than I could ever. Okay, this know-nothing white man becomes a war hero and a wealthy man simply by chugging along, participating in a country that dictates his every move. He never comprehends racism or the complexities of Vietnam. The movie portrays political activism and hippie culture as a giant cartoon beyond Forrest's understanding, while presenting his apolitical stance as the height of all virtue. Viewed in retrospect, Forrest Gump whitewashes and dumbs down American history at every turn. So true.
Hi, everyone. Mark Barden.
These days, it's clearer than ever that Forrest Gump operates within the constraints of a dangerous fantasy in which these hard questions don't matter. It's fake news on an epic scale. Here's a character born in the Deep South, the grandson of a Ku Klux Klansman, raised surrounded by segregation and bigotry. Though Forrest's disinterest in these crude values suggests an innate colorblindness, he's less a conscious progressive than disinterested everyman. Forrest Gump idolizes that mindset, and what's worse, director Robert Zemeckis exploits these major aspects of American history as empty signifiers for an exuberant technological experiment, which is really what that movie was just to like jack off to what you could do with computer fucking things with the footage that they used. So
this is what you're getting out of it.
They said to themselves.
So this whole Christianity thing, this whole
tie it up. Come on.
This whole thing started. Basically, it started decades ago, and things like Forrest Gump, like this kind of like putting this into the consciousness, like go ahead, be stupid. Go ahead.
I'm gonna fucking
send
you're
gonna be rich. If you're
stupid,
you're gonna be rich. You're gonna be rich. You're gonna be rich. Be stupid. If you're stupid, you're rich. Stupid people become rich. Stupid people are rich. Also, follow whatever we say. Follow what we say, because don't think about it. You don't need to think about it. Don't think about it. Look, Forrest Gump didn't think about it. Also, everybody is bad who's not patriotic American, which is basically what the Forrest Gump movie is all about as well, because he's a patriotic American. He shakes the hands of Nixon. It's like all kind like. One of the worst bad guys in the movie is a Black Panther.
He's a retard. He's a retard in the movie. He's a retard. It's a fantastical movie about a fictional character.
Idiot savant. That's all it is.
He's an idiot savant, and he just...
No.
It's like the cartoons we used to watch. It's just the same thing. You can't blame Forrest Gump.
I'm going to send you a Q-shirt and a tinfoil hat. You can put a fashion and put it on your head.
You guys are not seeing how...
I think you've taken it too far, my friend.
How evil this is. It's seriously. This kind of
well, like, this is the evil I want to live with if I'm going to hell.
No, this is what this underlying pop culture thing, the messaging is what it's created the people of today. The people of today, those people we just listened to doing the oath, these are the people who were fucking influenced by Forrest Gump, whatever it was. 20 years ago, well, more, 30 years ago almost. These are the people, they watched it, they were a little younger, they were like, oh, sure, that was a great movie. It was so inclusive in some, but they didn't realize what kind of, dark influence this was having on them. So anyway, Forrest Gump.
No, I think it's crazy. I think you're crazy. I think the worst character in the movie was Jenny, and she was always coming back in.
Jenny!
And then like, Jenny! Don't lose Jenny! But, dude...
She was, but look who she hung out with. It's because she hung out with the dark people, with the hippies, with the people who, the counterculture.
And that made her bad?
Yes.
Well, and then she got AIDS. So you died.
Yeah. And there was another thing. There's another thing they threw in there. That's like, and that's against the gays, man. So.
What's against the gays?
The AIDS thing. Dude, I'm telling you, the whole thing. It's friggin'. It's a.
I'm not with you.
I can't. Fauci, and you're blaming Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Dude, it is.
The whole reason for all of this right now that we're talking about today is Forrest Gump. That's Gabe's take on it, right?
How come every podcast we end up with how Forrest Gump has ruined everything?
It's this kind of bullshit that creates...
I'm going to need a deeper dive and some proof on this, so we're going to have to do an episode on it. And I want you to show me every moment.
I need you guys to watch this with a critical eye. Don't go in there all nostalgic like you love fucking Tom Hanks and like don't go watch it with a critical eye. You need to watch this with a critical eye.
All right, I tell you, but about 5 minutes into it, I'm going to be just watching a movie. An interesting movie from Robert Zemeckis that was pretty good.
Zemeckis is pretty good, man. The guy makes a good movie.
Hey, remember when his leg braces came flying off and he just started running like the wind? That was clearly a right-wing effort to.
Dude, that's just the whole.
You can be a retard with bad legs and still reap the whirlwind.
Dude,
you still can run fast. You're better off.
It's got
so was that just a man coming down on him saying he had bad legs, but he really had good legs?
He really had good legs. And if he believed like a proper Republican, your legs will be instantly healed by Jesus, and you'll be able to run like the wind.
Well, basically,
Zemeckis is a smart guy. I don't think he's like there, like he's like, I'm gonna put this movie out and fucking.
Well, no. He didn't do it. He didn't do it for that reason. He did it so that it would appeal to the broad audience, which is stupid audience. He knew his audience. He knew how to make this an American classic. Make it dumb. Make it about the dumbest things that you can. Whitewash history. People fucking love that. Nobody likes to delve deep into, including you guys don't like to delve too deep.
There's a lot of movies
into our history because you both of you blindly believe in our forefathers as if they weren't just a bunch of
they were a bunch of boozing fucking weirdos.
They weren't boozing necessarily. They were just power hungry. Power hungry, different things. Businessmen.
I wish they would have stuck around long enough to reap some of this goodness.
They did. What do you mean? They got all kinds of. Those guys were rich.
Yeah, they were rich before.
Plantations full of slaves.
They did.
And dude, what's his name? Thomas Jefferson had like a bunch of mistresses and.
All right, I want to do an episode on the awfulness of the founding fathers.
If Zemeckis did this, you don't think his other movies are?
What's his other movies? Let's take a look at Zemeckis' other movies.
Back to the Future. You know, no big deal.
Clearly indoctrinating.
Contact, Flight.
Clearly indoctrinating.
Okay, Contact is. Well, there's a few problems with Contact. One of them is that Jodie Foster and what's his name have absolutely no chemistry because Jodie Foster doesn't like dudes. But, Matthew McConaughey. That's
yeah.
I mean, look.
Clearly, another right-wing attempt by Zemeckis to indoctrinate young people of the world by putting a lesbian. Well, no, that doesn't work. That's more progressive, isn't it?
Who else did Zemeckis make? Hold on. Let's see. Robert Zemeckis.
Oh, dude! I mean, it just goes on. He's produced Castaway, House on Haunted Hill. Just.
You just hate Zemeckis. Does Forest Gump thing happen to you? And when did you decide this happened in the Forest Gump? Did somebody tell you this, or did you were watching? And you're like, oh my god, this is a Republican.
Well, I had begun to think.
The future. Let's just start there.
But of course, dude, you can't just say somebody's greatest movie and then that's it. You have to look at the whole.
Well, if he's
I want to hold your hand. 1940. We're looking at
used cars. Used cars, dude.
I never saw used cars. Romance in the Stone. That was pretty good. Back to the Future. He did Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Now, I've been listening to the book that was based on, which is Who Censored Roger Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit now it's very tame by comparison. Back to the Future.
Death Becomes Her. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Yeah, amazing.
I saw Framed Roger Rabbit. It's a half cartoon, dude. You gotta you gotta save it down.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Forrest Gump. Ugh. It is. It's 30 years old now. Wow.
Yes.
What
that
Lies
has destroyed
Beneath?
The country.
What was that about? I forgot what Lies Beneath was. Sounds familiar.
What Lies Beneath? Something's under. Just waiting to come out. Something like that.
I don't think I saw that. The Polar Express. Come on, Beowulf. Those were awful. Let's see. A Christmas Carol. The Witches. Right. Pinocchio. Look. Zemeckis is he never took any risks. He's a riskless. He's just like his movies are riskless. They're just they're calculated movies to make people feel good movies. And Forrest Gump has.
You can say that about a lot of the big movies. Even Maverick coming out again with Tom Hanks. That's a riskless. You're going to put a good script together. It's easy.
We were talking about that where you're saying I blame Forrest Gump, and the first thing it made me think of was Quentin Tarantino's take on Top Gun and how certain scenes of Top Gun are, they're totally Tom Cruise represents the homosexual aspect of it, and it just reminded me of the same thing.
Pulling apart the original. Yeah. The volleyball
scene
episode, volleyball scene.
On. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. I think sometimes people look too much into songs and movies, and
or do they not look enough into?
Well, you got to remember who's making these things. These are artists, right? So
is Zemeckis really an artist? Is Zemeckis really an artist?
Yeah, absolutely.
These are pretty. Like most of these movies they're pretty much just they're middle of the road movies, except for maybe.
Okay, it's still his art, whether you think he's got the greatest art or not, and I think that it's like a song. I
think he's more of a business person.
I fucking hate that song.
I think that there are artists who work on these, but I'm not sure the people who make them are artists.
I think at some point Back to the Future might have been his baby, and
well, Back to the Future, you got to have something good. If you make enough stuff, you have something. I mean, a bunch of monkeys in
that's what I was saying about
with typewriters.
Musicians. Your first couple albums are great.
Yeah. So,
but he's a man who continually makes pretty good movies, other than what you're saying, Forest Gump.
Well, Forest Gump's awful. So
I think you're wrong. I think it made a lot of money. It did a lot of good. It made a lot of money. Not that being a good thing, but it made a lot of money because a lot of people saw it.
Because a lot of people liked it because it's so.
Because he added the right flavors, right?
Yeah, he added
something
things,
you're going to like it.
He made it totally digestible for every idiot, and that's why it's like that. So,
and you just think that all those yummy flavors he put together are propaganda?
Yeah,
snow cone
it's like
or
McDonald's. Something. It's not good for you. It's like it
You're
tastes great.
Wrong.
Tastes great. It's bad for you. Tastes great. Bad for you. It's like a fucking Big Mac and fries. Big Mac and fries.
It's not good for you, but tastes good, doesn't it? Every once in a while.
Forrest Gump is Big Mac and fries for America, for your brain.
Well, and Chuck brought in a whole big bag of it for a Secret Service.
Oh yeah.
So there you are. That's. I mean,
what else do we have down on the line? We can. You're blaming Forrest Gump. What's next?
Well, that was. Well, I didn't do an infection.
I want to talk about there's Trump and religion. I found this in one of the articles.
Okay, let's go back to Trump.
Soon after announcing his presidential bid. No, we'll go on. But just I found this funny. Trump described the experience of taking communion as when I drink my little wine, which is the only wine I drink, and I have my little cracker. You know, dude, drink his little wine, have his little cracker. You know, man, it's a fucking. Look at him selling a Bible. That fucker's never cracked a Bible in his entire goddamn life, never once.
Too many big words.
Yeah, I got.
That's funny. I sent you that John Lithgow book, and you're like, I have that book. I was like, dude,
I love
that's
that.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude. It's the Trump book.
Trumpty Dumpty.
Yeah. When I saw that he made that, I was like, oh, that's so great. See, that's the kind of so there you go, Trumpty Dumpty. That's art. That's good for you. That's not McDonald's. That's a kale salad.
Well, what else is? There's a lot of McDonald's out there, but people still pay to go see it.
Dude.
It's shifting your reality to a different reality for a minute. You know, people got troubles in the world.
You know what? I'll say, I don't mind. Okay, I don't mind that there's this kind of thing, but the reason I don't like Forrest Gump is because of its heavy influence on what people think, on how they view basically American history and what it means to be American. I think that's
well, this was a fiction, right? I mean, it's just a fiction.
It's just a story.
Yeah, but so's everything. I mean, everything, history.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's the funny thing about the thing is that he stumbles his way through life and still makes it.
Idiots of art.
That is certainly not the case with most people, me included. I have not found that works that way in any way, shape, or form.
Maybe it's true though. Maybe if you don't fucking go around life sweating all the fucking small stuff and just
maybe it's that, or maybe it's
go through good things.
Maybe it's like we talked about that little voice in your head. When you listen to your gut, you just do the next thing.
No, I think that's you're okay. I'm totally with this. I love Taoism. I love the Taoist philosophy is so great. But Forrest Gump is not Taoism. Forrest Gump is an idiot who accidentally.
What would you call it?
No.
Then you did get the story.
No, he's like. Also, he's obedient. He's like.
Wait, obedient to who?
Anyway.
What do you mean obedient? Wait,
He's obedient to our culture. He never makes any waves. He's like, he just walks around and he becomes rich because of it, because he's stupid. And the other people, and you got to watch all the other nefarious things that are in it. Like,
do you think there are some people that have been exactly that, gotten rich because they've just done the next thing that was in front of them? That somebody said, hey, why don't you do this? Okay.
I mean, there may be in really rare occasions. I mean, most people do just stumble onto their wealth, but
some people work pretty hard at it and end up losing their families and shit. And but then there are some people that stumble into it. Yeah,
that's
Well, either way, I think Zemeckis had an idea for a piece of art, and he did. And what art's meant to do, it's supposed to invoke an emotion or a reaction from other people, and it's supposed to move people. And it did not move you like he was intending, but
take you out of your daily life, or take you out of your daily life. And,
I think what made me angry about it is that it did. At first, I was like, "This is such a great movie," because I saw it in the theater 30 years ago, and I was like,
"This is through it.
Wow, what a great movie!" And then later, when I thought about it and watched it more than once, I was like, "This is a really nefarious movie." And that's what this is. And then I looked it up, and other people think the same thing. It's not just me. So,
yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I want to. Therefore, now you're saying that this is a right wing, right? This is a right wing indoctrination film.
I feel like it. Yes, I feel like it. It makes all of this stuff we've been talking about, all the Jesus stuff, all that stuff. It makes it. That's it. It justifies it because that's what being American is. It's not, being unthinking and becoming rich and, not being counterculture, not questioning anything, just, being good. That's it. It's, all right. Being white. Well, it's another part of it.
It ain't that cool being white right now, is it?
Well, it's different now, but it's because you have
where you live too.
No, T-Bone gets yelled at randomly in and threatened in a parking lot by a black man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a different world.
Yeah,
there's anger, and it's because of things like Forest Gump.
Sometimes I push buttons, but these last couple of times I haven't been pushing any buttons. It's coming for me.
It's always assholes.
So, what are you asking for a friend?
Well, yeah.
Let me guess. Is it cool to have a canopy bed?
I do like that
just male by yourself.
I would say, okay, if we're
it was in the house when I moved in. I just never took it down.
It was there. I just needed some place to hang my clothes.
I don't think it's that. I would not have one. I will say that. You know what? I might have a canopy bed is if there was a lot of mosquitoes wherever I was.
Michael Flynn has a canopy bed. It's covered in camouflage. Now you can say it's cool to have a canopy bed. Look at that. It's all fucking camouflage. This is a tough bed. Tough men fucking sleep in canopy beds. Real men have canopy beds.
I don't know. Have you guys read any of the news on Alex Jones?
Lately? Oh yes,
he's been crying his fool eyes out.
He's been crying his eyes out on television.
I saw it. Oh my god! These people gotta be stopped. They gotta be stopped. Taking everything.
Infowars.
Yeah, you can't just say that was bullshit. I don't feel bad for him.
Snake oil salesman.
You shouldn't feel bad for Alex Jones. He's a
Trump snake oil salesman.
Yeah.
We're gonna sum this thing up with these are all the snake oil salesmen.
Yeah. I had a bunch of stuff. Oh, I wanted to touch on the Freedom Foundation up there. Do you know that they have thing when it comes to voting? It comes to all the politicians up there in Idaho. The Freedom Foundation put together what's called the Freedom Index, which gives you a percentage number, depending on how you vote. And they'll tabulate. So certain people have,
so you're ranked.
Yeah, certain right-wing Republicans will have very high FI, Freedom Index number, like a 75%, or if you're 100%, you know you're going to vote for that person. And then I was reading about this dude who's a right-wing dude, and he comes to work in Idaho up there every day with a fucking gun, and he's a Republican, but apparently he doesn't vote right. He's only got a 30% Freedom Index number. And he's like, I was here when Eamon Bundy came.
He's not going to be a commander in Gilead.
No, he will not.
You need a high Republican rating.
But isn't that crazy?
Wow.
I wanted to mention that too because I just thought that was nuts. So there are 24 state representatives and senators in Idaho with Freedom Index scores of 75% and above. The current top-rated legislator is represented. The FI score of 100% she has. Isn't that crazy?
Who's got 100%?
This
Marjorie
lady.
Taylor Greene?
No. She's her name is Heather Scott, and she is one of the representatives up in Idaho. She gets 100%.
Was she the one that retorted to Biden's?
I don't know.
Yeah, look that up. Wow.
That's been Marjorie Taylor Greene all the way. But fucking index again. This is very Gilead.
She's a biologist, businesswoman. That's how she's described on.
What's her name?
Politician Heather Scott, serving as a Republican member of the Idaho House of Representatives. Okay, so
no, that's not
say a lot about her. Oh, in August 2017, Scott defended white nationalism on her Facebook page, writing, "The way the media has set this up, the mention of white nationalists, which is no more than a Caucasian who is for the Constitution and making America great again, and confusing it with the term white supremacist, which is extreme racism. Therefore, if one is guilty of being white, one is clearly racist." I don't know how she got to that. White nationalist. She's okay.
So she's got 100% in the.
Because
she's definitely going to be a commander in Gilead then.
Oh yeah, I mean she can't be because she's a woman.
Oh no.
She can only wear the green dress or whatever.
I'm looking at this. There's a bulge there. I'm almost positive there's a wiener there. Yeah, no, there's a wiener.
But this whole conspiracy theory shit's been going on a long time. It's been back in Goldwater's time. It's a whole group of guys. There was a documentary called Danger on the Right. There was a whole group of people called the John Birch Society, all conspiracists and right-wingers. And Goldwater said in a speech one time, he said, "Extremism in the defense of liberty is no vice." So they're like, these people, the KCRCC, unanimously passed another resolution affirming total support for the John Birch Society. So basically he's saying extremism is no vice in the defense of liberty, which means pretty much do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know what I mean? To me, deal with it however you're going to deal with it.
The whole thing is, it's all pretty
But
terrifying.
that's the 1960s, dude. That's back.
Oh yeah. Well,
you know what I mean?
Again, this whole thing, getting us to this point has been a long process, decades.
A long, strange trip it's been.
Yeah, it's coming. And so I just think, Ty, we got to watch out for shit like this, man. It's like, and I don't know what the fuck anything can be done about it. It's just that we should
prepare. You got to be ready.
Keep our ears and eyes open to this kind of fucking thing. I mean, what do you do? I don't know.
You got to stock up some water.
Well, see, and I think on a political level, these people are just going ahead and moving in. They're doing stuff people's never done before, just taking over and threatening people. There's a whole bunch of stuff I read in here about harassing. They're purging not only Democrats out of these situations, but moderate Republicans who are not in line with their shit. They're harassing them. There's some stories in here about them standing in front of people's houses while their kids are inside cowering because they're outside fucking, harassing the shit out of these people. And they're leaving and quitting this whole thing. They're like, I resign. There are a lot of people that are like, I'm not even into this, because they're really attacking them on personal levels in order to get them out. And that's exactly what they're doing. It's working.
Well, scary. It's working in Congress too, and the Senate is fucking people leaving left and right, going, you know what, this is fucking out of hand.
Yeah, when those are the people that really want them,
y'all.
Really want those people to stay. Like, don't fucking go anywhere, dude. I know it sucks, but you gotta stay in, dude. You gotta like be the voice of reason here.
Well, I don't know what you do about any of it or what you. I mean, I don't know. I could buy some water, I guess, but
do we not talk about
water?
Do we not talk about it then? Do we just let it fucking roll?
Just ignore it.
I don't know.
Ignore everything. What I do.
Fuck it. It'll be fine.
Stock up some water. Ignore everything.
I mean, maybe
if you have water, everything's cool. You can fill a pool.
I mean, okay? You know what? Here's one thing I want. I know we're getting late, but let me just mention this. So as scary as all this is, I'm not sure that it could really take hold at a national level. I'm not entirely sure. I think that these people are. I think they're in the minority, and I'm not sure that the majority of people are going to fly with this because
I think a majority of people.
Something that T-Bone. Less and less people are going to church because of this shit. I mean, like, there's. So
that's what I'm saying. It's like you go in, like, hey, you got a new neighbor moves into town. It's like, hey, you got to come to church with us. And you get in there and they're like, start chanting this shit. And you're like, what the fuck did that guy just say?
I thought I was going to a regular church.
Yeah, this isn't fucking right. Why does everybody have a gun?
So I mean, there may still be hope. I mean. Even though people are dumb, they also might be able to identify that this is wacky.
The hope is that we realize that this is wacky and that it's stupid, and that everybody else will understand that it's stupid, and then we can just like not worry about it, because these people are taking over in local levels in places like Idaho where it's easy to do, and then they're spreading out from there. And
how many people are moving to Idaho, though? You know what I mean? This is one of the biggest
got a report on
moving
that too.
states.
Yeah,
and Texas and
Idaho.
It's the crazies getting out of our area, like moving to like fuck this. I'm going to go to Idaho where I get some land.
And like-minded people. What happens
is you get some land, and then all of a sudden you go to church with these people, and because you want to fucking be in a community, and then you're swayed, and then
you're in the wackadoo fest
because it's voting weird. And
it's fucking everything.
My thing is okay. So if we brought this idea, like let's say we brought it like to Los Angeles, for example,
well,
it's not going to fly, right?
You can't really see.
Well, I know, but
there's
millions of people rather than thousands of people.
Right.
That's what I'm saying about this. Does this? And I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm not saying I know the answer here. All I'm saying
remember, like Idaho's 93% white. Yeah. There's a very different makeup.
Is this able to actually catch on? Like
there's
really
about 10%. They're figuring in these little things I'm reading. It's like 10% of each little town goes to these little creepy churches. If you bring it here,
yeah, they are creepy.
To 10 million people, and then all of a sudden you got 1 million. You've built a little bit of voting force over here. But you can't get
marching through the streets of the shofar.
Which church you go? I go to the creepy church, man.
Creepy church.
Creepy church.
That creepy church where everybody's got a gun over there.
Yeah, dude, that creepy church.
I have friends that fucking go to church in Albuquerque, and they fucking strap. That's what they do.
Is it the creepy
church? They're the guards at the door. They're the ushers at the door greeting you. Happy Sunday, happy day.
Yeah,
God be with you. God be with you, and with you. And
Albuquerque,
under his eye. Under his eye.
Under his eye.
Under his eye.
Which that's one of the things I love about this whole Idaho becoming the new Gilead. That made me laugh is I really it's like people like writers that really stumble on things like that 4 body count or problem, whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
I like that because of that.
So good.
I think that like Gene Roddenberry was way ahead of his time with all his space shit. We're looking at there's shit they're fucking doing that we're there already. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
I like that. I like when art fucking was really thought about. These are the things that could happen, and maybe they're swaying the things that happen. Roddenberry might have swayed the way fucking radios were built and communications and stuff like that. So the reference to the Gilead, as scary as it is, I like.
How many times is it that like things like that have come to pass? Like you're saying, like the Roddenberry shit. Like, and this lady wrote this book about Handmaid's Tale, and it's like it's creepy that this is kind of kicking up, like in certain spots.
And that movie none of us still have seen, probably Civil War.
Oh, we need to see that.
Right there. We should all have a homework assignment, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about Civil War next week. Everybody
all right,
has
let's
to
do
watch
that.
it.
Let's go take
watch
a look
Civil
at that.
War.
Sorry to be a fucking
just-
downer again another week, but I find this shit interesting, and it's
Another
fucking
down
frankly
week.
scary.
Well,
Is it down week, really?
No,
No,
It's
it's not
We
that.
got a lot of laughs.
I really think we were trying to lighten it up with some clown shit, but that was fucking really fucking dreary anyway.
That was dreary, yeah.
maybe we're just dreary. Maybe we're just
We're just
generally
dark
dreary
fuckers.
people.
Kind of like me and Gabe used to write stuff, and we're like,
Yeah,
we
we
even
never
tried
be able
to
to-
write a kid show, and it's like we couldn't do it because you
Couldn't
want to
do
go
it.
dark
Well,
all the time.
Just wanted to go dark.
Yeah,
That's right.
Well, dark is funny.
it is.
It is.
So, what's infected?
I didn't
anything
do an
infected?
infected this week.
I'm glad
sorry.
you didn't.
right.
We'll
All
take
right.
an uninfected week.
Well, we
because-
we could get okay. So, I guess we'll wrap it up because this. I feel pretty good about the conclusions that we come to today. I guess we all agree that Forrest Gump was terrible, and
no one said
Robert
that.
Robert Zemeckis is a dick. So
No,
We did not.
he's not.
Anyway.
That is not how we resolved this. Back to the Future was badass.
Yeah,
he was. I do like Back to the Future.
So is
Anyway,
Forrest Gump.
you can go to our website, nottalkingaboutthat.com, where
Sure.
you'll usually find the newest episodes, but right now you won't because I haven't updated it. You can email us, and we encourage emails from anybody who's listening.
Do
The
we have any
guys
more
Did you
emails?
send out those bumper stickers?
did not get. the
You
email.
didn't.
I need to make
Well,
the bumper
lazy.
stickers.
Go and make the bumper stickers.
We need to make the bumper sticker, and what you're going to do
Someone's
if you
tea's
send
ready.
us, we're having
Tea's
some tea.
ready, dear.
Yeah, the guys at nottalkingaboutthat.com. If you email us, send you a
Don't
frozen
listen to
chicken
him. He's a
nuggets.
liar. But you should email us anyway.
We're
And you know
on
what?
we're on all this social media bullshit.
What are our fucking two listeners' takes on this Forrest Gump thing? Where's my backup on
Well,
this?
okay, I
Now,
want to
you're
hear
gonna
it. Yeah.
back me.
If you heard this and if this made you mad that I said this, if you're from the Inland Empire and you don't like that I called you stupid,
I'll say I'm sorry to you if someone writes and says I should say sorry to you, but I don't think that's going to happen.
somebody please write in about Forrest Gump and tell them how
And the
bad it is.
Inland Empire thing.
And if you're in the Inland Empire, I apologize. I
Right in,
you know
say,
what?
I'm not stupid.
Yeah,
You're stupid.
right. You're not stupid.
There's some
It's-
smart people out there.
That's just. It's,
Sure.
I get
I
a
don't
little
know.
I get a little upset because it's not
Don't
What
worry.
do you get upset
What
about?
we've
What are you
come
upset
down-
about right now?
What
The Inland Empire?
This is not the Forrest Gump thing.
I
The
do.
Inland
I don't
Empire's great.
really. I don't hate anybody in the Inland Empire, and I don't think you're that stupid. It's mostly just the smell. So
I see.
if you could, there's a lot of like manure smells because there's, I guess, farming or something. I
Wait,
don't
you're
know.
working in Corona?
No,
Oh,
Fontana.
They don't use that for farming. They just like the smell of it. They drop a little in their yard. It makes them feel at home.
Those are incense burners.
Makes-
on
Makes
every
me,
corner.
makes me feel like I'm on the farm.
I'm not, but I feel like it.
It smells like it.
I think we need a new load of shit, honey. Getting kind of light.
That's wrong. It's getting real 661 around here. 909. Getting real 909.
909.
909.
This motherfucker.
All right.
All
There
right.
we have it.
Hey, do we have any new followers? I usually kind of update us, and I don't think anybody.
Okay. Well, I don't
Do you have any new
haven't
numbers?
for weeks, but hold on. Let's look.
It's been weeks. There must be. It's just like a fucking avalanche of new subscribers
One.
and followers.
At least one.
No,
We have
There
210
isn't, is there?
followers
maybe
on,
two people.
on what's
On
it
the top
called?
tick.
Yeah, TikTok.
All right.
But we really need to make some more videos. So
I did. Did you say a number? Because you were frozen.
210.
That's
Followers.
the same, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of them are probably bots.
Probably bots.
All
All right.
right. I like bots.
More bots.
What's
All right,
everybody
well,
doing? What's everybody
we
doing
s-
today?
I'm
no one's
taking
even
my
home.
wife
I'm alone.
somewhere.
You got to take
Where
your
are you
wife
guys
somewhere.
going?
Los Angeles.
Yes.
To Funky Town?
It's more like a Monterey Park area.
Yeah,
She's
okay.
gonna hang out with some friends, and I'm gonna go eat something over there.
I'll give
What
you
are
a
you
little
gonna eat?
pump. I watched something really funny yesterday. Very LAite is the new John Mulaney special on Netflix. Give it a
Oh.
gander.
Did you know that Pasadena is trying to lay claim to the cheeseburger?
What?
Yeah.
I heard this.
I just read an article there. I had to put it. I've got it in my emails because I'm like, we got to talk about this. And I know that the hamburger sandwich, because the hamburger is actually from Hamburg, but we'll talk about this later. We're over time.
Hey, let's just do another episode right now.
Fuck it. Your wife's gonna be pissed. She's got to get to LA.
She's got to get to LA.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, we'll talk to everybody next week. And
hey, let's do like a random LA fact. Like we'll do and talk about it. Maybe we can pick up some random fact.
Every episode's gonna have a random LA fact.
Fact, LA fact, or maybe just
LA
random
fact. Okay.
LA fact.
It's a new segment. Random LA fact.
Here. Give me a random LA fact really quickly before we leave. There's nothing random in LA. It said it's all been fucking done.
Our podcast exit is longer than the podcast.
It is.
Dude, I got a Google and an Alexa fucking answering my question in the background. Siri's so stupid.
God.
I know Siri's dumb. Just
all right, we're out.
All right, later, you guys.
See ya.
Later, amigos.
Leave your computers on. Okay, bye.
Yes, sir.